Welcome to the Writing Center tutorial, How to Stay Fresh and Alert on Long Shifts in the Writing Center. When you think about this topic, really there are two primary issues at hand: being rested and ready for your shift ahead of time and not working harder than the student. If you know you have a long shift coming up, as much as possible, come rested and stocked with food and drink. Unfortunately, there are times with long stretches and no breaks, so having something readily available is key. No one feels fresh or alert when starving, or worse, dehydrated. Use a walkaway moment to grab something in the bunker. Next, not working harder than the student. There are actually 4 precepts underneath this idea, so let's hit the first one. Remember that you are a writing advisor. Nothing wears you out faster than struggling with issues for which you are not, in fact, the best resource. If language happens to be an issue with one of the students you're working on, you can refer the student to Immigrant Services. If you feel like a student is dealing with a personal issue, you could perhaps refer them to the Counseling Center. You may want to check out the list of services that Metro offers, and there are pamphlets describing these in detail in the Writing Center. I would suggest you occasionally take time to refresh your memory on all of this so you can make the suggestions and take some of the stress off of yourself. For those of you not even close to collecting Social Security, this makes a reference to an older song. So even though this is a reference to an old song, it's also a key to staying sane over a long shift. Often we get entangled in a session, we forget to do this. So when you find yourself working harder than the student or simply getting frustrated, assign the student a task like rewriting the thesis, eliminating passive voice in one paragraph, checking verb tense, and then go ahead and walk away. Such disengagement often opens up new insights or strategies for both the student and yourself. It also gives you a small break to refresh. And then, of course, ask for help. We have all had sessions that are difficult in a number of ways. A student could be combative, they might have a citation question on a style you're not familiar with, or any other situation where you feel worn out. At these times, it's perfectly fine to say something like, "Gee, I'd like to see if Pam or Brenda or whoever is available has some ideas on this or is more familiar with this." Knowing you're not alone is a great stress reliever. And then, of course, take a break. At any and all opportunities when you do not have a student or finish a session early, leave the room, walk down the hall, go outside just for a minute, recharge and refresh.